Hello, everybody. Dr. Blythe Holly Cleverly here. And today I'm going to talk to you about the critical thinker in the workplace. So, I've been working for over 15 years with critical thinkers, and oftentimes they come to me and they're part of a corporation and they're having a really hard time integrating into a team. So, the thing with a critical thinker is that they tend to be very thorough, very brilliant at their job, very analytical. They see patterns in things. They're often found as engineers in the tech industry, in the financial industry, for example. And they think of things so differently than other people. It's like they are the secret sauce of a company, like the best kept secret that's hiding in the corner in a cubicle or in an office because they have the ability to come up with ideas and thoughts and to formulate things and to find out how they work different than other people. So because they have those abilities, they become very valuable to a company or to an organization. Understand, however, that those abilities come from a very specific brain type. And along with that brain type, not just the pros, but also some of the challenges. And it's a challenge for them as much as it is for anybody else that's around them. So these people tend to have a very high IQ and they're problem solvers. They have a problem solving brain, which is fantastic for industry. But when it comes to things like beyond the IQ, when it comes to the SQ, so the social quotient, the EQ, the emotional quotients, or what I call the MMQ, which is the mind mastery quotient, they have a really hard time because they have not been given those those processes. And once they're trained to understand these various things in a way that they can accept it by somebody who speaks their language, by somebody who can help them see it from a different perspective according to their brain type, they can absolutely shift the way they are with other people and the way they are with themselves. They're much happier, much more cooperative, collaborative with other people. Now, until that happens, there's often a disconnect that happens between this critical thinker, whether they're a cognipath or just a plain critical thinker or not. These are different terms that I use. There's a disconnect that happens between them and the rest of the team, who quite often have a different brain type from this critical thinker, this indispensable person. Okay? So when people realize this is a brain type issue, this is not a personal issue that they don't know quite how to relate socially in a group dynamic. They're not trying to fragment the group dynamic. That is not their goal. They simply do not understand the way other people think and necessarily the value that other people bring to the team. This needs to be pointed out to them in a way that they can accept and integrate into them. So I've been working with this type of person, this brain type, this behavior type for over 15 years. And they've come to me, they've somehow found me, maybe through referrals. And I've been able to help them so that they can have a harmonious team dynamic. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually taking this right to the corporations and saying, hey, you've got people in your company that probably need help. You've got teams that are fragmented or being challenged right now. And we can turn that challenge to collaboration, going right to the corporation that has the budget to be able to do that, that has the interest to invest in that employee that cannot be dismissed, but is perhaps dismissing other people because they don't know how to be any different than they are. My role and my job is to help create collaboration, understanding between the parties, in particular by working with this challenging, indispensable person that people find difficult, but I say is often misunderstood. When this can happen, you end up with so much value in your corporation from keeping that critical thinker and allowing them to integrate into the team, making them happier, making the team happier, everybody flourishes, and then you end up with so much more productivity. I encourage the people who are these critical thinkers and who have hired these critical thinkers to think of this as a brain type issue and not a personality disorder. When this happens, there's so much more understanding that goes along with that, so much more productivity. I work with this critical thinker, this particular brain type, which may be somewhat neurodiverse, which really wants to add value to the world, to your team, to life, and needs to be understood, wants to be deeply understood. My encouragement to everybody out there is to understand that you're not alone. And that if you have this person working in your company, to please allow that shift to occur for the betterment of them, for the betterment of your entire company and your team.